So after I sent that letter to PG&E and this Public Utilities Commissions, they sent me back this letter, and yeah, you can read it. But basically, they said they're gonna review my complaint and kind of ask PG&E for information and stuff and see if they're following whatever rules or something. Obviously, they're gonna just be like, well, they're following the rules, so they're probably not gonna do anything. But yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, now that people are getting EVs, PG&E is getting more sales. They're making more money from the electricity. They should be more profitable, and those profits should go back towards uh, fixing the grid, doing their underground wiring, and all of that stuff. Their profits should not be increasing um, based off of like, oh, like we need to charge you more because we're doing more work. I mean, that's what the profits are for, right? That's what we're paying more to get more electricity because we're buying these electric cars that use so much extra electricity, and all that money that goes towards doing that should be going towards building the system up better. They already got record profits last year, so this year, I mean, they're going to be making record profits as well. They upped their prices like about 50% or so. So that's going to be stupid. Their profits are probably going to go up by probably, watch, more than 50%. And yeah, they're basically just killing their customers, choking them out, like making it so that owning an EV ends up being more expensive than owning a gas vehicle, while all at the same time pushing all this green movement, go get an EV, blah, 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 right? I mean, I didn't get an EV because it's greener or whatever. I got it because it's a nice car. It's fun to drive. And then the electricity made it cheaper, but now they're like charging way too much. So yeah, like here, my PG&E bill, I mean, I think peak is like 50 something cents a kilowatt hour. Off peak is 34.4. Before the change this year, it was like 24 cents a kilowatt hour off peak. So that alone already increased it by like 50% almost. And yeah, I mean, PG&E is charging more than if I were to go supercharge my car at Tesla superchargers, which doesn't make sense because Tesla has to invest a lot into those chargers, right? And then also, like, PG&E already invested all this money into the electrical infrastructure, so it doesn't make sense to charge more when you're just charging at home. Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would you charge less to go to a company that sells your electricity and is making money on top of it? You should get electricity for cheaper directly from the source rather than through another company that's selling the electricity on top of it. Like, I can charge locally. I have a place I can charge 16 cents a kilowatt hour, and that's like less than half of what PG&E is charging me. Why would I even charge at home at this rate? They need to fix their electric rates. It doesn't make sense. All right? So, I don't know. Everywhere else, anywhere that's not PG&E, charges a lot less for electricity. And when I asked them why, PG&E was like, well, because we have to maintain a larger system. And I'm like, well, you have to maintain a larger system because you have more customers, which means you make more money because you're selling more product, right? So you don't say because I'm selling 5,000 muffins versus 5 muffins, I need to charge more per muffin. Like, you should be making more money for what you sell because the what do you call mass production, right? So if you're generating like a larger like amount and then splitting it out, you should be making more money because you don't have to build like individual wires to a bunch of small houses. You're building like one big wire out and then you just branch off tiny wires to the individual houses, right? So it should cost less per house to run the wires than running it to where you have enough wire to go like to each individual. I don't know how that works. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel normally the way it works is the more customers, then the cheaper it is. Like you see Comcast, if you get like internet, the more customers you're serving, they're supposedly supposed to charge less. But then if you're in the middle of nowhere and you have a few customers to serve, then building out a little system there costs a lot more to do. So, well, not more to do, but more per person to do. So, yeah, per person it should be cheaper, which means our electricity per person should be cheaper. That's usually how it is with everything. With insurance, you got more people on that insurance package, it's cheaper. You got more people buying like big bulk packages, should be cheaper. So this electricity thing, we're getting like way more people on with PG&E. We should get cheaper rates, right? I don't know. Anyways, somebody explain that to me. Somebody hopefully can explain it clearly. I've had the PG&E people call me about my complaint and basically just go, well, I'm paying that too and whatever, blah, blah, blah. They've been fighting for increasing the rates for a long time, so because it took so long, now they increased it by a lot more and whatever. They said they're going to increase the rates some more next year and then later they'll decrease it some the year after that. But I mean, what are they going to do? Decrease it back to what it is right now after they increase it 50%? Like, yeah, no, don't make me laugh. You're gonna increase it and then go, ha, now that we increased it 100%, let's decrease it 10%. Like, no, that's not decreasing the rates. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna keep screwing us over and upping the rates, but hopefully not. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Oh yeah, and if you're gonna be pushing electricity, don't make it harder for the people that you're pushing it on. It makes no sense. You're like, hey, buy our electricity. Ha, now that you're buying it, we're going to up our rates. No, that's not how it works. Mr. Newsom, fix that. All right, bye.